What's up guys, it's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build-It video. Today we're going to be doing a Contest of Mayors walkthrough for the City Star. Before we begin, hit that like and subscribe button. We're almost to 3,000 subscribers. If you have anybody in your group that's having trouble with the game, pretty much every topic on the game is covered on the channel, but if you see something or have an idea of a new video that you want, leave it in the comments section down below. You can join us on Discord and Facebook. We have a Facebook page and a group. They're separate, so make sure you hit like on the page and join on the group. And then if you're looking for a group on that SimCity game, you will need to reach out to me or Star. The links are down below to see if you're the right fit for the group. You have to be an active player, really active. Do not reach out to us if you are not planning to have time to play. We've had several people recruit in lately, and then they're just like, well, I have other things to do. I'm not going to be playing the game at all. Well, then don't come into the group. Okay, so this person is a level 24 player. He has no experience left on his experience bar, so he won't be doing any upgrades. He has prepped feed, lawn chairs, ladders, corn, rolls, tables, paint, caps, and saps. So this is the task assessment we're going to go through. Basically, you go through, you're going to label everything, say what you know about each assignment. A premium assignment is an assignment that can be worth up to 3,000 points. Non-premium is below 3,000 points. And then high premium is the task can be worth more than 3,000 points. Then you're going to break it down into subcategories of no touch, rotatable, main task, last resort rotatable. So a main assignment is an assignment in your list worth 2,000 points or higher. Rotatable is an assignment that is below 2,000 points. Last resort rotatable would be high non-premiums non-premiums with high algorithms, such as coins and then repair and keys when they're at the value of 1,200. If they're higher than 1,200, then they should be rotated as a way to open up value opportunity. Okay, so before we begin, you're gonna kind of go through and if you're doing your week, you guys really need to label your stuff, take screenshots, even if you're not submitting them to me for review. It's really helpful for you when you have to go back and locate your doorways. Now I'm going to be doing a video on that because a lot of people are not paying attention to their doorways, and I actually had a situation this week with one of my players which really shows a really good example, so be sure to check that video out. Alright, so the first one in the streaks is a non-premium Paris at rotatable value. You don't start streaks until at a minimum of right around 20 tasks remaining unless you have a really weird situation. Like all your doorways are covered with upgrades at factory productions and you have no other choice. Okay, do deliveries to London. Now this is a premium assignment and it is at main task value. Then we have war deliveries, premium, main task. We also have a non-premium monster at main task value, so that will need to be done. A premium watches. Now, shop productions and factory productions are considered premium for low-level players, not for high-level players. The only one that would be premium would be electrical. Okay. Now, watches are a premium, rotatable. Then we have a premium glass at rotatable value. He prepped feed, so he may need to clear out the glass depending on how his doorways go. You really want to try to get the long factory productions rotated in within the first 20 assignments so they have time to come back in the main list. But you don't want to take downtime if you don't absolutely have to. So basically you treat these as only do if you need the doorway and only do if within the first 20 to 25 assignments so that you don't have a problem with them coming back in the streaks if they're at rotatable value. Okay, then we have a lunch specific war attack. This is a non-premium assignment with low value, so that would be rotatable, and it also has a low algorithm attached to it. So it would be a good idea to rotate this in to bring in better opportunity. Then we have a non-premium last resort rotatable coins. This is used to bring in any factory productions or upgrades that are not there yet before you start the streaks. A premium London at rotatable value, but we don't touch this, so it's a no-touch task. Then we have a premium VU, okay, at rotatable value. Good opportunity. Low risk, but the risk is still there if you don't have a lot of 3K assignments or upgrades stacked up yet, so you want to be careful. Due delivery to Tokyo is a premium assignment, same thing, same concept with the VU, it's at rotatable value. Then we have a non-premium Epic project at 800. Now, Epic usually comes in groups of like, 3, and then it either stays away or just keeps coming back repeatedly. It's kind of a hit and miss, so you want to try to avoid it if it's at this value, unless you absolutely need the doorway, and then usually you want to try to avoid it before the streaks. Okay, design challenge at 800, so obviously that's a no-touch task, and it is non-premium. Starting off, we would go with the war deliveries, because war deliveries are limited time. They can only be done during war or when the monster is there. Then you would go with the London, right? Okay, so he got repair, which is a non-premium last resort rotatable because of its value. So he goes with London. All right, now he gets an upgrade work hard for 3,000. That is a premium assignment, and it is a limited assignment. You can only do this assignment if you have the keys and cards to upgrade your stuff. So you want to make sure that you do not upgrade outside of the contest of mayors, because these things are not cheap. Unless you are an active war player, a really active war player, then, obviously things are going to be different for you. Okay. Now he gets a upgrade regular residential for 2,400. This is a non-premium assignment at main task value. So now it is taking up one of his main tasks. That's not a good thing, right? He can't do it, and canceling it doesn't make sense because it just rolled in and he still has available doorways. So he went with the monster task. Now he gets a 3,600 old townhome. Again, another upgrade just rolled in. This one is a high premium, taking up a nice spot in his list. That's not a good thing either. So the next choice would be the watches. Okay. Now he gets another upgrade. Again, main task value. So this is not really going over very well. We're definitely going to have to cancel at some point, but right now doesn't make sense because he keeps getting upgrades. Now, at this point, you have to say, okay, you know what? I've got upgrades rolling in like crazy. I need to either figure out if they're just going to keep rolling in, get them here, and then get them canceled. Or I can dink around with other doorways hoping they don't come in and then cancel. So what I would do if I was him is I would just go with the VU, which he did. Okay. Now he gets an 1,800 medal. And here is where he screws up a little bit. Okay, so yes, the 1,800 medal is a decent valued assignment, right? But the values on the assignments that he has currently done haven't been bad. So his average isn't terrible, right? That being said, does it really make sense to toss out your produced feed to make metal when it's not secured yet? This soon into the contest? Not really, no. So honestly, what I would have done is I would have went with the 1,400 war tack, being that it has a low algorithm, and that's either going to be his good doorway and kind of open things up, and then he can decide if he needs to do the metal or if he can rotate in the Tokyo. You wouldn't want to leave the metal to sit too long because of its value, but given the fact that he's already has to do a cancellation and we're trying to get these upgrades to roll in, you really don't want to have a whole lot of downtime and just take away all the feed that you did prep. So I would have rotated at least one more thing in before making, all the feed just kind of disappear. So he does that. He gets glue. Okay, now he gets war deliveries. All right. Then it just kind of closes that doorway off for 1620 on chems. All right, so now he would go with either the Tokyo delivery or the war attack. I would have went with the war attack. Okay? Now he gets the 2400 Latin. So again, another upgrade at main task value. This is not looking good. He's definitely going to want to cancel the old town building, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 5, 6, and 7. All 7 upgrades are here. Now here's the problem. If we cancel now with upgrades frequently rolling in, even though he can't get any more upgrades as long as he doesn't cancel anything, he's got all 7 here, right? That doesn't mean that he should cancel right this minute, because he could still get it to keep rolling in. So he really should at least rotate in the war attack and the delivery to Tokyo, which he did rotate the war attack, and take away as minimal risk as possible for a 3K upgrade kickback once he cancels the old town home. That's what I would do. So he gets that. That's the delivery to Tokyo, which is fine. Okay, now I would obviously do the lawn chairs. Okay. Oh, I guess he didn't have all 7 upgrades. Okay, so now he's got, yet again, another upgrade. And now he does an immediate cancellation. I just explained why you wouldn't do this. Now, unfortunately, I'm thinking it's probably going to come back. Hopefully it doesn't, but we'll see. Okay, so now he gets wood, 2500 monster, 1600 keys. Okay. 3K VU, 2500 war deliveries, 2000 monster, 1700 on plastic. Okay. Now he's at 40 tasks in, delivery to Tokyo. So, or not 40 tasks in, 20 tasks in, 40 tasks remaining. So he's at 20 tasks in with a 40,000 point score. That's roughly a 2K average, right? Okay. Now he's got the 1950 on Cream, 3,000 on Tokyo. Now he gets the monster for 1,500. Now the problem is that this is his good doorway, so it seems. So doing the monster at 1,500 is ridiculous. Not only that, but he doesn't have a whole lot of other doorways for it to come back on. So now he has 17 assignments before he can start streaks, which, if you look closely, looking at his list as a whole, he doesn't have a whole lot to work with because he really didn't think about that glass at the beginning like he should have, right? So at what point did he decide, hey, I need to prep this glass because it's taking up one of my doorways that's available to me. With all these upgrades rolling in as quickly as they have, all his doorways are going to be gone very early on. So now his good doorway's blocked with a monster attack that he can't do. And his glass assignment really is pretty close to streaks to want to deal with that. Now, if he was going to deal with the glass, now would definitely be the time to do so. It's about his only option. I mean, sure, he can do the epic, but that doesn't really benefit him, honestly. Okay, so not really sure what happened here. What he did to get the canceled. Wow. Yeah, no, that was not a good thing. I mean, the reason that this is screwy, you guys, is because of how quickly these upgrades rolled in and how the glass never got rotated to start. Cancels, gets 3,600 on the old town, and then immediately does the epic. So obviously he's decided he's not going to take the downtime for glass. Now look at how much time he has left remaining. 4 days and 13 hours. There was no reason to not take the downtime for the glass earlier. No reason at all. So now he's got cargo, 3,000 VU, 2,400 epic. There's the regular residential again. Okay. So 11 assignments before the streaks. obviously too close to the streaks to do the glass. So he does coins, gets London, gets cargo again, epic again, metal, okay, VU, shovels, upgrade war card, 2000 VU, 1800 cargo, again, 1800 on the smoothies, 1760 on lawn chairs. Now he's at 20 tasks remaining. London, VU, Epic, 4 deliveries. Now he gets text for 2,000. So honestly, he can rotate in the repair to see if he can secure feed or something like that. Sugar, I don't know if he has sugar yet, which he probably should do. I wouldn't start streaks just yet. I would do the repair at least. Okay. Now he gets metal, tape, Tokyo, keys, wood, launch specific war attack, and then he at least secures sugar. Okay, great. Now he can start the streaks. So we're at streak 1. We've got VU for 3,000. Then we've got veggies. And then there's the feed. Okay. And we've got delivery to London. Wood. Coins. Repair. Wait. What happened here? Hold up. Streak 2. Task 1, streak 2, task 2, streak 3, task 3. Streak 2, task 2. So he obviously failed this streak. You guys, look, it's not that difficult to understand. A couple of people have had this problem this past couple of weeks. In fact, I believe last person to do this, it was a wood assignment as well. What you guys are doing is, what it looks like you're doing, and I'm pretty certain of that, is that you're starting the assignment and then placing the wood down and collecting them. That is about the stupidest thing you can do, and this is exactly why. What you really need to do is place the wood down and then start the assignment when you're actually ready to pick the wood up. Because it is so easy to forget about the wood and be like, oh shit, because you're walking away for 3 or 4 minutes or whatever it is. And that is how you fail this. That is not a good thing to do. Always make the stuff before you start the task, okay? So now what I don't understand is how we went from streak 2, task 2, to streak 3, task 3. Where are all the missing screenshots? Am I, not understanding something here? Because it looks like you're at 120,000 points. You lose out on this one, so you would start streak 3. So somewhere between those 3 assignments, you earned, 4,700 points. Okay. Coins, repair, cargo, repair, VU, Tokyo, keys, coins, Tokyo, feed again. Keys again, Epic again, Tokyo again. Okay, he did win. That was definitely a little bit of a rough week. You guys, when you have to look at your list as a whole. You have to think ahead of time. You have to think, hey, if I have all these upgrades rolling in, whether they be high or low value, you have to think about how you're going to go the rest of the contest with minimal amounts of doorways. For high-level players, it's not as bad, but for low-level players, it's a major problem. Okay, because you guys have a lot of things that you guys can't afford to do, and things that end up being a major problem if they come in and, multiples or whatever. So it's even more critical that you guys pay more attention to your list as a whole.